So now let's go over how to actually use the AnKing deck. MD1 is a great time to get comfortable with using AnKing. Most of the material you'll find in MD1 is not super applicable to the AnKing deck, but there are a few topics and cases where you can use AnKing just to practice with it. So first we're going to go to Browse. And then we're going to come here to the AnKing Step 1 tag. We're going to open it up. And then there's all these tags. And these tags tell us what board review resources are in this deck. So in this case, we see there's BMB, there's Costanzo, there's First Aid, there's Pathoma. All of these board review resources, there's AnKing cards that correspond to their content. So let's give an example. Let's say I want to learn about breast cancer. And in this case, I'd pick the resource to go to. Generally, it's going to be BMB or Pathoma. Pathoma has a really good breast cancer video. So I'm going to open Pathoma. And then here we can see there's all these different topics. These are big umbrella topics, and within each one, like in this inflammation tag, there's a bunch of other videos that all correspond to these tags. So I scroll down here until I find breast. Sometimes you have to dig around a little bit, but this one's a bigger tag, so breast. See there's an introduction video. That means there's an inflammatory video. Right here, there's a breast cancer video. So step 1 is to go watch that Pathoma video. Watch the video, acquire the knowledge. Step 2 is to now come into AnKing or Anki and select all these cards here that are under this tag, and then you're gonna click toggle suspend. Now they're unsuspended. So Command A and then Command J, or click the button up here to unsuspend them. So now when I go back to my Anki main screen, there's now 69 new cards. So those are all those breast cancer cards. It's the same process for essentially any information. Let's say I wanted to go to BMB and I'm curious about myocardial infarction. I would look here, find the cardio tag, open it. Now there's a bunch of different things. These are probably all different BMB videos that people have made AnKing cards based off of. So I'd say I'd find ischemia. And I can see there's ST elevation, myocardial infarction, a little bit less specific. This is why sometimes AnKing isn't the best for MD1, but most likely the information I want will be in this video. So I'd watch the video that's titled ST elevation, myocardial infarction. I would then select all these cards, unsuspend them, and then do those cards. And that's how it works. Then over time, you're going to get more and more cards, and you're going to learn all this information and commit it to memory. Over the course of watching videos and unsuspending cards, it can get kind of confusing and hard to keep track of what you've done. So I've made this workflow to help organize what videos you've watched and what tags you've unsuspended. So at the bottom, there's all these different pages here, these sheets with BMB videos and the Pathoma ones, and it all corresponds to the tags that we saw earlier. So using our example before, let's say I watched that Pathoma video. So I'm on the Pathoma tab here. I would search breast, because that was in the larger section, so breast pathology. And down here we have breast cancer. So to indicate that I've watched it, I put a W. And now it turns it green. And then to also indicate that I've unsuspended those cards, underneath the tag section I put a Y. And that indicates that I've unsuspended everything. And if I want to leave comments, I can do so here and say maybe I didn't unsuspend all those cards. Also, what's helpful is if you want to indicate that you need to watch a video, like maybe I need to watch the benign tumors video, I can put an NW and it turns it pink to help indicate that you need to watch that. So this is super helpful for keeping track of anything. And I've added this key up here if you forget. So this is really good for keeping track of what you need to watch. It's also good too, because then you know what videos are out there and what sort of tags are out there as well, so you can do those cards. In the description is a link to download this workflow so that you can use it, and feel free to leave comments and questions in the comment section about AnKing. It's a little bit difficult at first, but it's a super awesome resource.